With the rooftop package unit, we're very commonly seeing a economizer on an HVAC system, but we hear the term economizers on chillers as well. Look, it's kind of a weird thing to hear because, well, we don't have outside air being brought into a chiller. Like, all that happens at the air handlers. And while you have outside air intakes at a chill water air handler that serves a building, as an example, you're not bringing actual outside air to, provide economizing action at the chiller through the chiller itself. So an economizer on a chiller helps us increase efficiency by how we manipulate the refrigerant. So instead of trying to bring, say, outside air in for free cooling or dehumidification of the space, instead we're going to use typically the refrigerant itself and its attributes to economize itself. There's two main ways that we do that inside of the industry. There's direct cooling, which is quite literally taking just a little bit of the liquid refrigerant that we're already running through the liquid line. We're going to flash a little bit of that through a metering device, and then we're going to pre-cool some of the liquid refrigerant before it gets to the evaporator. This was very commonly done with a brazed plate heat exchanger, and is still a very active practice to this day. Dun & Bush is an immediate example of they actively use this. So does Carrier with their 30X series. They have brace plate economizers. Carrier's been doing that for a very long time. So with those systems, we may have 8-10 degrees of subcooling coming out of our condenser coils, entering into the main metering device for the evaporator. But once we come out of the economizer, that same 10 degrees, let's say, turns into 20-25 really quickly. And we've only lost just a little bit of extra capacity due to the liquid refrigerant being used to cool the rest of the refrigerant in the circuit. It's kind of a weird concept to really kind of think through, but we can sacrifice just a little bit of capacity on the liquid refrigerant, but we gain way higher efficiency once we hit the evaporator. Now, the second way we do this is through a flash tank assembly. So flash tanks are quite literally what they sound like. We're going to take the refrigerant, we're going to pre-flash it going into this holding tank. Now, this tank, what it allows to happen is the refrigerant that is flashed, which is now a gas, will rise to the top of the tank, and the liquid that stayed a liquid will be at the bottom. Now, this is what happens with any metering device. You go to a regular air conditioning coil and you have your TXV, you get your 80-20 or 75-25 split, however you want to term that, coming out of the metering device going into your coil. So that flashing that happens, the expansion process, the liquid refrigerant that stays liquid in the process, the 80%, gets substantially subcooled further. So let's say if it was 10 degrees going into the metering device, well, that 10 turns into 20. But you still have that 20% gas, which kind of negates the benefits of it. So what the target there with a flash tank economizer is to pull that flash gas back out of the equation so that we take that subcooled liquid refrigerant, and then only the liquid gets to the evaporator, which that is the real great benefit to the flash tank style, is we don't have the efficiency losses of a deep subcooled liquid refrigerant with a gas mixture going to it. It is that subcooled but a pure liquid refrigerant. That's one of the drawbacks to, say, the braze plate style, is you still are getting, you have a heavy subcooling, but you're getting flash gases to the evaporator. Now, York uses this commonly on a lot of their air-cooled machines. YCIV, YVAA both have flash tank economizers. And at the top of the tank, there is a suction line or an economizer line that comes back and feeds into the side of the compressor, but it's still part of the suction pressure of it. It's not coming into the actual suction line. But with a centrifugal, York has come out with their YKEP series, and then Train with their CVHs. Those have flash tank economizers as well. and those just pull directly off of the top of the flash tank back into the suction side of the compressor. When you're looking at a CVH, you'll see the big black insulated cylinder on the side of the condenser barrel. That's your economizer assembly. So those are your chiller economizers. If you'd like some more training like this, go to chilleracademy.com. We got some resources there that I made just for myself for when I was early off starting into the chiller world and I needed somewhere to turn, didn't really have it. With that, MTT, make the time for your family, make the time for your spouse, for your kids. I'll see you around.